All right, counter punch boxing. I'm back, guys. Okay, look, I just went live on YouTube. Now I want to uh, offer an explanation. Okay, I'm just trying to figure it out, and I think my second or third attempt, I hit the power button, or I tried to switch my phone to Wi-Fi, and it cut it off. But anyway, I'm getting the hang of it, and I think I'll probably try it again tomorrow night. Today's Friday, tomorrow Saturday. If you guys want to, come check it out. But yeah, I'm just learning on the job, learning on the job. But you guys asked a few questions in that live video broadcast, and one of them was, who is Gennady Golovkin going to fight next? Okay. And I was trying to answer the question, but I was also trying to, like, look at my other phone and figure out how to read comments, and it was just a mess. So, but anyway, and I threw the name out there, Brant. Okay, so right now, the way I see it, I don't see Gennady Golovkin chasing a belt right now or getting into a tough fight. There's not enough time. If they're planning on the Canelo trilogy, and look, why would he wouldn't sign with DAZN if he wasn't going after the Canelo trilogy? I mean, it's just like simple math, logic, reason, common sense. I mean, think about this. Like, here's the thing. Why even put yourself in that position to be on the same platform and create all that drama, right? I mean, they could have easily went to, Showtime or wherever with Al Heyman. There's a million other options, okay? But they went to DAZN for a reason, because they were guaranteed that Canelo trilogy. Like I told you guys, I believe Aztec Stadium, Mexico City, September 2019. But in the meantime, okay, that's fine. All right, so we got that out of the way. But who's he going to fight next? Okay, so looking at first of all, you got to start with the belts and work your way down. Okay, right now, Canelo, WBA and WBC. Okay, Daniel Jacobs holding the IBF. Okay, they got the unification fight coming up right now between Jacobs and Canelo. And then Demetrius Andrade just beat Billy Joe Saunders, got the WBO. But then you have Brant. Now, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Brant has a version of the WBA. Okay, so like I said, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. So, and Canelo is holding the full version of the WBA. Brant holding another version of the WBA. So, I was looking up a few names earlier, and the names that everyone, the elite boxing minds are throwing out there, and I kind of agree with them, would probably be Brant, because Abel Sanchez, he's brought it up multiple times. He said, yeah, we like that fight. We think Brant would be a good option. And they talked about Sergey Darbianchenko, okay? Although Daniel Jacobs, beat him, recently, but why not? If it's a tune-up fight. Look, here's how I see it. If you're willing to fight Ivanez Martirosyan, waiting on a Canelo rematch, then you're pretty much willing to fight anyone, okay? Because you guys know, I didn't really support that fight, didn't necessarily favor it, whatever, but I understood, they were waiting on bigger, better things, kind of like they are now. But it's like, it's like Gennady Golovkin, I find him in the exact situation that he was in before. Waiting on Canelo, right? Trying to keep busy for Canelo. It's Canelo, 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 Canelo. I mean, seriously, like, it's getting, I'm telling you guys, like, I'm getting a little irritated with Triple G, a little irritated right here, Gennady Golovkin stripped of the IBF, okay? Again, didn't face that mandatory, lost the belt. And he goes, fights Ivanez Martirosyan. Like, why? Why not just fight the man? I don't know. None of it's making any sense to me right now. And they're running out of time. And another idea that I had was, maybe they're waiting out the tougher competition, like a Demetrius Andrade. I believe he has a fight scheduled to be, or TBA, to be announced, but it's January, February, March, April, May. I want to say January, February, March, April, May, June. I believe June 2019. They already have a date and the arena and everything booked like they do. They put the deposit down and whatnot, but they don't really have an opponent right now, but they're in negotiations with other people. So, we'll see. So I think Demetrius Andrade is off the table, right? Maybe what about a Billy Joe Saunders? It's a possibility. Two guys, no belt, but that fight should have happened before the original Canelo fight. So I truly think it's going to be either Brant or Darbianchenko. And there's a couple other names out there that maybe like you know, Nadam, you know, what's his name? Hussein, I think it's Hussein Nadam, possibly Selecki, you know, maybe. I'm just like, I'm throwing names out there. I'm taking a wild guess here. You know, Charlo, I don't think so. Not right now. You know, would go to the zone and you got Showtime. I don't think they would. It would be a big fight, but I think it'd be too much trouble for all the suits and ties and executives to work out right now. So I'm looking for a lower level guy. You know, this is like a game of Clue, and you have to look at a lower level guy. And I even looked at the top 10 middleweight fighters, top 20. I went to Ring Magazine, ESPN. I went everywhere and made a list. I compiled a list of all the top 10 fighters, and that's the best I can come up with. You know, Selecki, Nadam, Brandt, you know, and then I thought about, well, maybe Moretta, but Brandt just beat Moretta, so you know that's kind of off the table. Then I thought about a David Lemieux, but he can barely make middleweight anymore. So you know, I mean, who's out there? You know, who the hell's out there? You know, I mean, there's some. You know, if you want to get way down the totem pole, you know, you got guys like you know, Adams or Quigley, or you know, you get just way down there. I mean, who knows? Gabriel Rosado, like shit. I don't know. I mean, seriously, like at this point, I just think Gennady Golovkin and his team, they're in a bad situation right now. Yes, he signed a great deal with DAZN, and you know, it was a good deal. You know, he's going to start his own promotional company. He's getting a ton of money, guaranteed fight dates for him and his stable of fighters. Okay, he's getting equity with DAZN. It's great. It's all well and good. But what does that mean for you, the boxing fan? What does it mean? You know, is the grand finale the Canelo trilogy, and then Golovkin rides off into the sunset, you know, fighting whoever? I mean, it's kind of looking that way. You know, it's looking like he's going to come back, you know, fight someone in a boring fight on the DAZN app, you know, to introduce, you know, kind of like how they're doing Tyson Fury right now. If you look at the model, if you look at the blueprint, look what they're doing to Tyson Fury. When we should be getting Fury Deontay Wilder, you're getting Fury and whoever the hell they throw in front of them. So I think you're probably going to get Triple G and whoever the hell they throw in front of him in anticipation for the Canelo trilogy. But I have a feeling, okay, I have a feeling something is going to happen between Canelo and Jacobs. I don't know what, you know, I don't believe there is a rematch clause, but something is going to happen, and I think, I don't know, I just feel like we're going to get a rematch. It's what I'm thinking. I feel like we're going to get a Canelo-Jacobs rematch, and that's going to basically foil the plan for a Golovkin-Canelo trilogy. So my best guess right now is Brandt or, you know, like I said, maybe Selecki. Fuck, man, I just don't know. It's like every time I seriously try to talk about it, I have a hard time talking about it. You know, and I think I think as steep as it would go, as tough as it would get, would be Demetrius Andrade. Okay, so that's my guess. Brandt, Demetrius Andrade, and or Sergey Darbiancheko. So those are my top three guys. Okay, in that order. I think Brandt is the #1 pick. Darbiancheko, #2. I think Demetrius Andrade for the WBO would be #3. And #4 is simply a wild card that no one can predict. You know, kind of like how they pulled Ibanez Marty Rosen out of the clear blue sky. I even went and looked at the light welterweight division or light middleweight division and tried to see who they could pull up for Triple G, because they did it once. You know, they did it twice, actually, with Brook and Ibanez Marty Rosen. So I thought, well, shit, you know, maybe I can go look at that list and figure, but there really isn't anyone that either they have a fight booked or it doesn't make any sense, or it'd be a complete mismatch. So right now, Golovkin is running out of opponents. He's running out of time. And is it being done on purpose? Like I said, to avoid someone like a Demetrius Andrade? It's possible. It's possible because, you know, I mean, right, like I said, they're just simply running out of time. And look, there's no reason. What is the reason Triple G needs to take half the freaking year to make his mind up on a promotional company? You know, we know it's going to be DAZN. I told you guys that before anyone knew it. I was told personally from DAZN that he was going to DAZN. Even Steve Farhood talked to me about it from Showtime. I personally talked to Steve Farhood face to face, and we talked about it, you know, and he didn't flat out tell me that, but he didn't deny it when I asked him either. That's what people do. People in the know, people in the media, when they want to tell you something, they don't deny it. That's their way of telling you. So, and they kind of smile and change the subject, so that's he kind of gave me that wink, nod, nod type thing, like, wink, wink, like, I don't know. But so I already knew Triple G was going to the zone a long time ago. And so did they. So I don't know, guys, but I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to make another real quick video I'm going to throw out there. But yeah, that's my pick. I want to see, who do you guys think he's going to fight next? Okay, and do you agree with me? And also, let me throw this in there. Canelo Trilogy. Okay, I do believe Canelo is going to beat Gennady Golovkin in a trilogy. Okay, I mean, I'll say it. And look, now, careful, careful how you comment, because I will save this video, and when the fight happens and Gennady Golovkin loses, I'll be sure to, put your comments front and center, because I truly, truly believe it's going to happen. I mean, you just look at the progression, the natural progression of the fight, and you can see Canelo improving, Triple G declining, the inactivity, the lack of good competition. He's not money motivated. He's no longer hungry. He's already made all the money. He has this huge deal, and that's after he's already made 40-50 million dollars in his career, plus 50-60 million. So there's just no more fire, right? It's gone. So I hate to say it, and I have a good video coming out too. Basically, it's the end of Gennady Golovkin, and I want to talk to you guys about it, because I believe it is the end of Triple G. Unfortunately, he's a victim of a lot of things. So he'll always be, one of my favorites in the middleweight division. So, but I'm going to be honest about it too. So anyway, guys, leave it below. Who do you have Gennady Golovkin fighting next?